Let's quickly discuss naming our directives. When naming directives, there are actually 4 names we need to worry about. The ones that we've been looking at so far are the name of the directive in code, which is this name right here, in addition to the name of the directive in HTML, which would be this name right here. And the third name we've been dealing with is the name of our template, which is this name right here. The fourth name that we haven't dealt with yet is the name of the directive's JavaScript file. In this course, we just put our directives inside of our script file, so we haven't had to worry about the name of our JavaScript file. But in a production application, we're going to want our directives to be inside of their own files. For more comprehensive naming advice, my course on Angular Best Practices has an entire module devoted to how to organize your code, including how to name objects and files, so I highly recommend that you at least watch that module of that course. There's one very specific piece of naming advice that I want to cover here. When naming directives, you should always make sure that your directives have some kind of prefix. Note that in Angular, every directive is prefixed with ng-. When writing our own directives, if we also prefix them, that gives us a couple of very big benefits. First, let's imagine we created a new directive called carousel. If this was our directive, we have 2 potential problems with this name. 1, it's theoretically possible that in the future, there's going to be a new HTML5 element named carousel. 2, for any other developers that are looking at this HTML, it's not obvious that this is a directive. They might think that this is an HTML element they're not familiar with, or they might accidentally skip over this code. And what if you wanted to create a section directive? Well, you really shouldn't do that because there already is a section HTML element. So it's always best to prefix your directives with some kind of a short prefix. 2 or 3 letters is best. You can use some kind of mnemonic, perhaps something for the project or for your company. For example, if you worked for the Empire, you might use the prefix TE. This would let any developer easily look through the HTML and see which elements are directives. Then down in our script, we would simply change this to TE user info card. And now our directive is back to working. For this course, I won't be using prefixes. I'll simply be using multi-word directive names. But in a production application, you absolutely should use some kind of prefix.